Oh, when him chorokuno, lay this man, this broadcaster in a Rise television, lay on a Ju lawyer Nnamdi Kanu, lay on a Ju.
Used to it right now that whenever you have this case, I mean, your fellow lawyers are pushed aside, and then the court becomes so busy that even other court cases don't seem to hold very well. And
Gị na Nnamdi Kanu ọwa ọgbọ ịmakwa onye unu ji ị kwesịrị iyi deti kesi Nnamdi Kanu yikọta ya with other cases. Nnamdi Kanu ya na ndị mmadụ ọbịa ịfọtọ mfọtọ ọwa ịma onye iji unu ama ndị unu ji. Nnamdi Kanu wishi ahụrụ kwawa okpu ka m saa gị ya. Ejiofor, don't disturb yourself. Nnamdi Kanu wishi ahụrụ kwawa okpu. Any day enwere matter unu cancel other matters because ahụhụ ka ubi ọrụ ọba ọhịa anyị na-ekwu n'ala Igbo. Kedu ihe ị ga-eji eyikọta ikpe Nnamdi Kanu with other riffraffs nọ na this country na condone nonsense? Onye nsọ bịa court ndị mmehie esochie ya azụ. Ọwụ ihe ekwesịrị ime. Onye nsọ bịa court gị hapụ ya ekpere ikpe ya. No disturbance anywhere. Sọsọ ikpe aka ga-ekpe that day. O nwere ihe na-emu n'ishi.
that there's been this allegation that a lot of the powers vested in the judiciary is being waned because of this trial of your client. What do you have to say, first of all, when you see other lawyers not being given the opportunity to get into the court just because of your case?
Thank you so much. It's actually a strange development. We're not familiar with that. 2017, 2016, 2017, we passed through this hurdle. I know what happened. I don't know why they're making heavy word about it. More especially when there's nothing before the court for him to, in the first place, be tied upon. So they are...
Biko. Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor in a boge with all these people. How my hair was open and they refuse to say it. Nnamdi Kanu mere again, that is the big question. Or when he mere, say happy akogawa. You can only invite him or call him or arrest him and give him referendum. That's all. Ndị mmehie ọnụ ntụ akpọrọ onye dị clean were tikpo na nga then put outside na bịa agagharị. Unu akpasukwara m iwe o.
Kind of dramatizing the entire thing. I said it yesterday in my press interview that the charge being preferred against Nnamdi Kanu, my client, I understand. I don't want to go into the competence of the child at this level, at this stage, but it was worthless. So, but it's just like every normal charge. Normal charge can prefer against anybody, any person, whether the person committed an offense in the usual style, they will file frivolous charge against people once probably the establishment perceive you as somebody who they are not comfortable with. They file a charge regardless of how worthless it is. So we've been seeing such things. People who have been accused of serious offenses in court, even in Federal High Court, we've not seen such security presence in court. And it's going bad. It has going to a messy level because now lawyers have been denied access to court. The court is only constituency where lawyers belong. So I was I was troubled today when I saw it. I confronted the security. I was talked to people who are the head of the people managing the situation.
Yeah, the court authorities.
The court authorities and also the security agent, personnel who were in charge. I talked to them and I expressed my reservation about what they are doing, and I know lawyers will take it up from there because they are going to most likely report this development to the NBA chairman, NBA president.
It's a lawless country. Ifeanyi, by Neku lawyers, are you talking about lawyers that were denied access to the court? What about a serving senator of the Federal Republic that was denied access to the court? An Igbo man at that. He has every right. He was overqualified to enter that court premises. They did not allow him. Disrespect front and back. That's what we suffer here. As long as you're not Hausa or Fulani, nobody has regard for you. No respect for you. It's only when one one Fulani or Hausa or one of their traditional rulers will enter, you will see how they open the gate wide for the riffraff to enter. So with all this rubbish going on, we are saying we are pulling out of Nigeria. Where enough is it. We don't take shit. Igbos don't take shit. How long will it take for you people to understand that Igbos don't take shit? We don't take shit. We've tried for you, Nigeria. We have tried. We have tried. You're getting on our nerves. Whatever thing that you people are doing, you better release that guy. Release him. That's all I will tell you. Release him.
And so, and also, but small problem is the fact that the journalists are also being denied access to the court.
Because pretty difficult for a lot of
because in the course of the
journalists to
proceedings,
and the information we have is that no journalist was allowed to get directly into the courtroom.
Sure, because you see, even his lordship at some point was asking about journalists whether they're in court because they want to pass a message to them. And I told my lord, they are not here. So you see, I don't know whether they want to try my client in secret, which is very, very, very impossible. So it can't.
All right, let's bring in Bruce Fein here. How glad are you to actually see your client in court?
Bruce Fein, you're asking me how glad he is to see his client in court. Stupid question.
Being given an opportunity to defend himself, and then with the charges being amended, and then he pleaded not guilty.
Well, I don't know whether I would describe my emotion as elated. There are irregularities here. I'm coming from the United States. There's no way the government could change the charge at the 11th hour without having an opportunity to respond to the new allegations. Moreover, under international law in the United States, there's a constitutional right for journalists to attend because it creates a kind of pressure by putting sunshine against corruption or intimidation and things of that sort. Not only does the press have there, every ordinary citizen has the right, as long as there's room, to sit in a courtroom.
Yeah,
so it's
the country is a finished country. It's a finished country. You barred the journalists from entering the court premises to record proceedings of the case so that they will report exactly what they saw. You stop them from doing that. You stop the lawyers that had cases that day. What else are we talking about in this country? What are we actually talking about? It's game over. It is game over. Is this democracy? Is this what you call democracy? Oh shit. This is bullshit.
Do you still intend to go ahead with your petition to the UN on
this? I had filed
allegations you had said.
That is correct.
Yesterday.
Before I arrived in Abuja, I traveled to Geneva, Switzerland, where there's a working group on arbitrary detention. It's part of the UN Human Rights Council. And based upon what transpired today, I have additional information that I will present to them, seeking an adjudication that the detention of Nnamdi Kanu is illegal under international law. And of course, the Nigerian Constitution also has free speech provisions in it. It's Article 39. I think that what happened today is a violation of Article 39. The media has its right, given room to attend.
Very interesting submission you've got there. Now,
whether in Nigeria, there is no respect for the rule of law in Nigeria. Release that man, let him go. Like whether he has the right to freedom of speech or not, that's not what we're talking about. Is that the only thing he said? Is that the only person that has insulted or talked anyhow? He even said worse things. Why did you not add it to the charges leveled against him? He said that Buhari is dead. You did not include it in the charges. Buhari is dead. Haba.
let's talk about your decision to actually request for Nnamdi Kanu to be transferred to a correctional center. And the judge went ahead to actually said he should be taken back to the DSS facility. Don't you think it is for his own protection that the judge keeps insisting that he should be kept in the DSS facility and not the correctional center?
Well, actually, we have expressed our kind of our difficult impediment in having free access, unimpeded access to our clients. during the period he has been detained in SSS before today. So, and of course, you are aware at some point my colleagues were harassed by molested.
But you still had access to him.
No, but no. The point is that let me just clear this part. The point is that this is a person who's been accused of committing an offense, and so regardless of the fact as to the nature of the offense or the empty nature of the offense or the worthless nature of the offense, the fact is that he supposed to have unimpeded access to his lawyers,
which the authorities have been given to you, because apart from the earlier denials you had made that they were not allowing you to have access to him, you have been having access to him after the last court sitting.
No, I'm coming. Having access is a different thing in this scenario, because we have a situation whereby lawyers at some point were subjected to certain forms of treatment, which will complain to the court and make the public. So, but at some point they changed their approach. So, but what I'm saying is that we need to, assuming he's going into trial, which I know he's not going to be tried because there's no offense before the court, he hasn't committed any offense.
Oh, well,
so
that's subject to what the court is going to say.
He's going to trial. We're supposed to see him regularly, discuss with him, and just exchange facts and information with him. Let him know what's happening. And we don't supposed to do that under atmosphere of fear or intimidation.
Okay, very interesting. We don't have enough time left. Bruce, let's talk about the earlier extraordinary rendition that was done. You still are taking the Nigerian...
Oh, huh? Save us time now. Oh.
Government before the human rights authorities for that extraordinary rendition?
Well, that makes the detention illegal, in part, aside from other violations. But surely under any kind of due process, it's totally illegal to kidnap someone, take them without any hearing
whatsoever. Well, the authorities
whatsoever.
haven't said they kidnapped him.
Well, they said that they have acted in collusion with the Interpol. What they haven't said is that there was any hearing that enabled Nnamdi Kanu to dispute any of the
that's why he's
allegations
been
of
brought
crime.
before a judge.
No, but you have to be before a judge before you're kidnapped, not afterwards. The law is very clear on that score.
Okay.
And he was not given any hearing before they took him here. Indeed, 4 of the 7 counts that are now lodged against him, they weren't even lodged until after he had departed.
Onyocha, kọwara ha. This is a disorderly country. You cannot compare it with... I don't know why you people cannot help this man. Help Nnamdi Kanu. United States of America is the police of the world. Help Nnamdi Kanu. These people here, they need their brains to be washed with with bleach.
Started Kenya and was in Nigeria. They couldn't have even been part of an extradition proceeding because they hadn't been alleged.
Confirmed if he was actually arrested in Kenya. But as we try to round off this conversation, you have a $5 billion suit against the federal government in trying to enforce its rights. How far has that case gone?
Of course, in their style, an application has been filed, and they will leave it take time. Towards the 11th hour, they will file an application for extension of time within which to enter appearance, and that has been done. So it's coming up on November 2nd for full hearing of the case. And as stands now, the federal government has not responded. They are only chasing time, looking for time to file their response. What they file in court is an application for extension of time within which for them to file a counter affidavit to the information before the court. They've not filed anything. That has been their usual side.
Okay, very interesting. As we try to round off, very quickly, do you think that Nnamdi Kanu being brought to court today has doused tension following earlier allegations that, he was...
Reasonably, our people have seen him today. And because now I've kept on explaining, telling them all sorts of things for them to understand. At some point they say, no, Ejiofor, you're no longer coming out clean. We want to see him with our 2 naked eyes. But today they saw him. So, but the point is that not only seeing him, we are demanding for his own conditional release because he has not committed any offense to the law. That's why we filed that objection.
Well, that's
and I'm of that once what will happen in the courtroom and go back home.
All right,
thank you so much.
Thank you, Ifeanyi Ejiofor.
Yes, so we want the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because he has not committed any offense. Thank you.